Welcome back. Last week, Newark's Mayor Cory Booker, he took the idea of service, well, to a new level. He rescued his neighbor, Zena Hodge, from her burning home. In the process, he sustained some serious injuries himself and put his own life in danger. And this isn't one of these hype things. Literally, a lot of people weren't sure he was going to make it out. Speaking out yesterday, the rescuee said that she was gasping for air and was already feeling lightheaded when Mayor Booker lifted her from her bed and carried her to safety. And she went on to say she doesn't recall him picking her up, but does remember him calling out for her. 47-year-old adds she would be dead if the mayor hadn't come to her rescue, and she feels blessed. Hodge is recovering at St. Barnabas Medical Center in Livingston from burns to her legs and to her back. Well, joining us now to talk about this amazing rescue, Batman, or I should say the mayor himself, Cory Booker. Mr. Mayor, thank you very much for a few minutes. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you, and I appreciate the kind words, but they're way over the top. It was something I think that anybody would have done for anybody else in a time of trouble, so thank you.
Now, you can do all the modesty you want here, but even you can't script this one, the way this whole thing went down. And you actually knew this woman. You knew your neighbor before you ran in to save her, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. She's been a really just kind spirit to me for years. One of those folks whenever I come home that meets me in the mornings, meets me in the evenings. And she's just really such a good person and had become a friend over the years.
Could you do our viewers a favor? Describe once you're up in that apartment and you got flames all around you. What's going through your mind?
Yeah, you know, as soon as I got through the kitchen, which was on fire, I suddenly found myself in a situation that was beyond what I expected. There was a lot of just thick black smoke. Every time I tried to breathe in, I felt like I was breathing in like heat and fire. And I turned back around and saw that the place I came through looked like the entrance was becoming blocked with fire, and I couldn't find her. She wasn't necessarily responding to my calls right away. And it was one of those moments where I sort of felt that, okay, this is it. I'm not getting out of here. And then at some point, almost her voice sort of snapped me when I heard her where she was calling from, felt around, found her, just picked her up and just did my best. I decided that there's no other way out of here but trying to go back through that kitchen. So I sort of put her over me and just ran through the kitchen. And very fortunate for both of us, we didn't sustain that bad burns. She, unfortunately, since she was sort of over me, got a lot of embers that fell on top of her, and just me, my hand, which was exposed, caught some fire. But you know, we stumbled down the steps, and I hit the pavement right here, and never have felt more grateful to God that I was actually touching terra firma, and that I was on the planet Earth still, and not dead.
You know, Mayor Booker, I'm always curious when people go through this kind of an experience. Did it in any way change this perspective that you have on things?
You know, I've been dealing with a lot of drama and during the week, a lot of frustrations over some things, and it made things a lot clearer to me, a lot less important. Right now, I just thank God I'm alive, and thank God everybody in the house is alive, everybody's safe. But I've never really had that moment where you just feel the sense of, okay, this is it. It's a time to meet my Maker. So I'm feeling the sense of just gratitude, religiosity, I have to say, and just a sense of peace. You know, life is good. Life is a blessing more than we know. We take a lot of things for granted, and if we can get up every morning, that is a blessing more than people know. And I'm going to try to live my life in a way that doesn't take it for granted again.
Well, you can do all the modesty you want here, but in today's day and age, we throw the term "here" around very casually. But I think everybody would acknowledge what you did here certainly earned that. Mr. Mayor, thank you so much for a few minutes. I appreciate it.
No, thank you. Thank you. All the best. God bless.
All right, guys, you can't make this stuff up, all right? I mean, literally, running into a burning building. Now, he did do a lot of interviews, okay? And he'd be an idiot if he wasn't. He is a politician, so it's not one of these stories you're going to keep under wraps. But that said, can you guys think of the politicians that we've covered that if they did that, I mean, they'd hold town hall meetings, right? And say, okay, you clap as loud as you can for me, you will see who claps the loudest. I mean, people, just think for a second, right? First of all, how many politicians we know would actually run into a burning building to save a constituent, A? B, how many could actually do it that wouldn't take them a year to go up the stairs? And then C, would at least have the veil of humility around it. You know, I don't know.
How many of them actually live near their constituents?
Yeah.
That's the first one.
Yeah.
That's a good point there. That's a good
Pedro
point.
Espada? Yeah.
Yes. So, but like you said, Richard, most people with common sense, when there's a fire, they're running the opposite direction. Firefighters all across this great country, they run in. And you got to give Mayor Booker credit. He went in.
Yeah.
He put his life on the line.
I don't jock these guys, but I'm telling you, and I'm not on the payroll or get anything, he is the genuine article. He really doesn't drink, smoke, curse. He's, everybody's got political ambitions, and he's not exempt from that. Believe me, you're going to see him running either for governor or senator in New Jersey. It's when or if, when not if, maybe even have a role in the administration if they win in November. That said, though, he actually believes what he says. I've known him for a little while, so it didn't shock me what he did in Newark last week. All right, we're going to jump to a quick break. When we come back, we're going to hear from Edie Falco on prescription drug abuse and the character she portrays, a character that struggles with addiction herself. Please stay with us.